really build new habits to break zero limits, right? I don't know
Yes.
what is the psychology of ensuring we are consistent, right? Is it creating a schedule, doing something at the same time? Like, just from your own experience as you've gone through life and just trying to acquire new habits, what have you done so that as we continue, we can also empower our listeners to be able to know, okay, this is what I can do to step into this new habit, to follow this action plan as I've made this decision.
Thank you, Mary. Clarity is power. So when you're clear
I
on
love
what,
that tweet moment.
yeah.
Clarity is power. I love it.
Clarity is power.
That's true.
But then it's clarity of who am I being in this situation? So the coaching session is helping the client to actually be clear on who they are. We don't just act as we would want to act. We act as we are. And so the person you are, that is what is showing up through your habits.
Let me repeat that. We don't act as who we want. We act as we are.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Elaborate.
So the habits are actually displaying my identity. And I may not agree. True. I may not agree, by the way, with that, oh, that's who I am. But look, how do we know who I am? Is actually
the habits.
Not by their fruits, it's habits. And so, yeah, what the coach is doing is to help the client to visualize the new version of
the identity. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, anchor that so much in me that I totally now habits become natural when identity is clear.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Sorry, I'm still, it's like it's here, but then it's going here, and then it's going here. That's why I keep on repeating.
Right here.
I want to emphasize on that, right? Because I feel like it's very key. When you have clarity, you're able to really visualize, okay, this is the kind of person that I want to become. And when you visualize this is the kind of person I want to become, then you're able to see the kind of habits that kind of person who I want to become should be having. And you're able to evaluate that from who you are today and see the gaps and then realize, okay, I want to be this person. I need to change this habit that I'm doing today.
Yes, period.
Magnificent.
Breakthrough right
Magnificent. There. That's a breakthrough moment right there.
That is a breakthrough because once you're clear, and by the way, Mary, this is so huge because this is the distinction between someone that will create a life by their terms and someone that lives by the terms of society, by the terms of environment, by the terms of their mistakes. Once you know who you are, and that's why I sometimes, forgive myself because I know that if I find myself in doing things that I thought I should not be doing, the impact there, the decision there is to remember who I am. So remember, oh, this is not me. This is not who I am. And once you make that decision, that's a decision, okay? Because there are people who act a certain way and they just continue and they are not coming to that awareness of this is not who I am. This is not who I am. But then knowing this is not who you are is not the end. You need to know then who are you? Then who are you in this situation? And that's what I was talking about, the highest intention. You live from that place of intention. By the way, Mary, in breakthrough intervention coaching, I have, like I said, I have a framework and actually it's a book on that. We live from that place of intention. So the goal is to help the client to live from that place of intention consistently. That's the goal. So the first thing is the awakening to know, okay, what is the highest intention? What's my highest intention in life? What people call life purpose. Because it's coming from your identity. This is who I am. And it does not mean that, Mary, you're going to be perfect. That's not the goal. Perfection is not a goal. It means that you always go back to your true north. You always go back, meaning there are times that you're going to go. Is actually the beauty of life. The beauty of life is life is not a straight line. It's up and down, up and down. But you got to know when you're down, what is your up? If you don't know, you don't know. You stay down. So people think
because you have no up.
There is no up.
It's
so
not clear. Yeah.
If there's no up, you stay down, Mary, isn't it? So, but when you know, so it's not about perfection, because that's another enemy. If you think of it as perfection, no, it's not perfection. It's actually awareness. This is my up, and this is my true north. I can always come there. And so my life is like this. Sometimes I go down, sometimes it's not a straight line. Okay, there are some things I've really mastered, like what? For instance, let's say being shy on screen. Okay, so I've really mastered that, because it used to be something that I'll be confident and then go down, confident, go down. But then with practice, you master something, it becomes consistent, it becomes now permanent. And then you go to something else, consistently practice, make it permanent. But people that master are not people that aim for perfection. There are people that understand that, this is my desire, this is my true north. I'll always, and I have the power to go there anytime. But it doesn't mean I'll remain there. There's no one who remains there all the time. You're going to get people who tap on your energy the wrong way, people that just prick your ego and shake you, especially people you love. You are going to get that. There is no perfection in this world, and you're going to feel down, and then now you can go up.
And I want to speak about that whole down up frequency, right? Mm-hmm. Because there can be a time that you're down, and your mind is so preoccupied by whatever is keeping you down that there's no point to evaluate to get yourself up, right? To me, what I'm recognizing right now from this conversation, reflecting on my own life, which now makes me aware I'm actually on a downtrend, right, is I haven't stopped to ask myself, where am I? And I think that so many people also do the same, right? So how do we get a point? How do we always get to go back to the up point? How do we do that and kind of keep that a constant in our life?
So again, there are three patterns that we can always, that can help us to rise, okay? Because it's not about falling. Every human being gets down. We go down as long as we are on this planet. We get there. But that's not the issue. The issue is getting up. And so getting up, again, you talked about the mind. The mind has got patterns, and you want to ask yourself, okay, what can I focus on right now for me to get up? What can I focus on right now for me? Because the down is not an identity. I know we say I am and then say down. And anything you put after I am is an identity description. You're saying this is who I am. But it's not an identity. It's just a situation, and it's a challenge. It's a problem. And a strong mind is not one that thinks that it should not have problems. In fact, if you're going before God to pray, Lord, don't send me problems, you are living, in an impossible dream. It's not possible. Problems are part of life, and they are going to come. Challenges will come. A strong mind is one that accepts challenges and faces them head on. So, in fact, I tell people, I was telling people in a retreat that we are doing here in Malindi that one of our biggest problems is that our problems are too small. is, yeah, we are
Elaborate.
Our problems are too small because you realize someone is worried about how do I look, what did he say about me, what did he do, what did she do, what did she's, I mean, that is what I call a small problem in a generation where we are talking about food crisis. People are dying for lack of food. You are thinking about someone saying something about you, my friend. That's a small problem. We're talking about how can I change this world? And so I realize with some of my clients, when they get bigger problems, the smaller ones actually disappear. Okay, the small problems are like, okay, it's no longer, and it's a human condition because Mary, if I come and, you know, by mistake cut your nail, okay, by mistake cut your nail, you hate me. I'm like, how dare you? How could you do that? But if someone else comes and cuts, you know, cuts off the finger, you forget me.
Yeah.
The problem is, but someone else comes, cut your hand, you